Welcome to Wineworks and our client Induction. Wineworks is committed to providing a safe and healthy working environment for everyone on our site. To achieve this and to meet our legal obligations under the Safety Act, we will induct all of our clients to the relevant health and safety procedures for our site. Today we'll be reviewing the procedures outlined in the Client Orientation Manual, and then walking you through the site so that you can become familiar with the important details. If you would like to bring visitors on site that are not employees, then please contact us beforehand so that we can arrange a guide for you. As you go through the site tour, please remain with your guide. This is the site map of Wineworks. During your tour through the site, you'll be shown important areas such as the evacuation assembly points, the jewellery-free zone, and the sign in and out points. The blue lines should be followed when moving between offices or through warehouse areas. Wineworks is a smoke-free workplace. However, you are welcome to smoke in the designated smoking area outside the staff cafeteria on the terrace and in the shed underneath the distribution stairwell. Wineworks reserve the right to refuse entry to anyone we believe to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol. There are 2 sign-in points when coming on site. The first is located at the main reception area, and the second is located at the distribution office. If you would like to access reception, production, or lab areas, then please use Gate 1. You are welcome to park in the client-designated car parks in front of reception. Once you have entered the reception area, we ask you to please sign into the visitor's book so that we know that you are on site. If you are going to enter the production facility, then please take a pair of earplugs and you will be given a high-vis vest. If you are only meeting someone in the front office, then please just sign in. If you are arriving on site after hours, you can access the building through the pedestrian gate, which is to the left of the vehicle gateway. Then please just follow the blue line to the visitor's book. After hours, please sign into the visitor's book. This is kept in the hallway next to the front office, along with a high-vis vest and earplugs. Please sign out again when you are leaving the building. If you are arriving to collect wine or to deliver dry goods to the warehouse or distribution department, then please use Gate 2. The speed limit is 15 km per hour anywhere on site. Please note that once you drive past the bright blue distribution office, the road becomes one way and you can drive around the perimeter of the building to exit. If you are collecting wine from distribution, you are welcome to park at the bottom of the stairs and head up to the office where one of the team members will assist you. If you are entering the warehouse, you'll be asked to sign into the visitor's book and you'll need to wear a high-vis vest. Please make sure that you stay with your contact person as there are many hazards throughout the warehouse. While on site, you'll need to wear appropriate attire. By comparing these 2 photos, you can see that your shoes will need to completely cover your feet. Steel cap boots would be preferred as they offer a further level of protection if something was to land on your feet. No open-toed or uncovered shoes can be worn and no heels or stilettos are permitted. Please ensure that you are not wearing loose clothing that could get caught in any machinery or any clothing with fibres that could shed off. Also make sure that your high-vis vest is secured over the top of your clothing. Please make sure that if your hair is below shoulder length, that it's tied back or secured. This is to prevent your hair from being caught in any moving parts of machinery. If you need to enter the fill room, a hairnet will need to be worn. A beard net will also need to be worn if necessary, as all facial hair will need to be covered. To enter the fill room, you must be accompanied by an authorised staff member. If you know or suspect that you may have a communicable disease that might be transmittable, access to the fill room is not permitted. Photographs may be taken, but please ask your contact or a staff member first. If you are going to be entering the production areas, jewellery items must be removed. Feel free to leave them at reception, where they will be kept safe. However, a plain wedding band and a medic alert bracelet are permitted in the production areas. Food and drink is not permitted within the production areas. Water is permitted, however it must be in a clear bottle which is named and has a pop top. The use of personal music devices or cell phones are not permitted to be used anywhere in the production or warehouse areas. These can be a distraction and can prevent you from hearing warning sounds. If a call must be taken, remain stationary, do not move around, and keep the call short. You are welcome to use the phones in our office spaces or in the client lounge. Please do not touch any products, even if the product is your own. If you require samples from the line, please organise this with the supervisor. It is also important to note here that you cannot operate any Wineworks machinery on site unless appropriate training has been given and authorisation has been gained. In the event of an emergency, you will hear a siren. Please make your way to the nearest exit. Make sure you walk quickly, but do not run and do not re-enter the building once you have left. There are 2 assembly points on site. The first is in the visitor car park, out the front of the main reception. Please make sure you stay there and do not leave the premises until you have been accounted for. Your name will be in the visitors book, and a floor warden will be looking for you to make sure that you are safe. The second assembly point is in the front of the distribution office, across the other side of the driveway. Again, we ask that you please do not leave the premises until you have been accounted for. There are multiple hazards on the Wineworks site. By identifying hazards, we all reduce the risk of physical harm or damage to property. We will take you through the main hazards, and these will also be pointed out during your site tour. At the entry to each workspace, there will be signage warning you about potential hazards or requirements that must be met before proceeding into different areas. Please follow the instructions on these signs. One of the major hazards are trips, slips and falls, especially in the cellar, the fill room and packaging hall. This is because there are drains, hoses, uneven floors and wet, slippery surfaces. Always be sure of where you are walking, as the environment can change, and make sure that you are wearing the appropriate footwear, as we discussed earlier. Keep in mind that hot water and cleaning chemicals are used in the area, so be sure to check with the operator before proceeding through. There are many forklifts operating on site, some of which can be very quiet, so it's important that you stick to the blue lines. Forklift drivers have many blind spots, therefore they have right of way. Before proceeding past a forklift, ensure that you have made eye contact with the driver and that they have signalled that it is safe for you to pass. If not, some of our forklifts are fitted with blue reversing lights. Although you cannot see a forklift here, you can still see the forklift's blue reversing light. If you see these lights around the site, then please make sure you stop, make eye contact with the driver, and wait until they have signalled that it is safe for you to proceed. This area between the 2 palletising robots is very narrow and busy with forklifts, so please do not walk through this area. The depalletising area is a hazardous area due to the many pallets which are stacked high around you. The blue line seen in this photo is the designated safe pedestrian area, which we have been referring to. In areas with loud, continuous noise, such as the production hall and fill room, hearing protection must be worn. Earplugs will be supplied for your use. However, feel free to bring your own earmuffs if that is what you would prefer. Any injuries, equipment damage, near misses or hazards must be reported to the department supervisor or the health and safety manager on the day, no matter how minor you may think they are. Near misses are one of our important features of hazard management. By promptly reporting a near miss, you could prevent a more serious incident from occurring. Wineworks have a number of key health and safety contacts. Please familiarise yourself with these people as well as your department contacts. If you are unsure about who you should be contacting regarding specific queries or information, please direct these to the department supervisor in the first instance. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact Wineworks during work hours. We look forward to seeing you on site.